So now you've paid the deposit and officially are in cruise countdown mode. But before you start daydreaming about waking up to specialty coffees each morning, lounging by the pool with your drink of choice in hand, and cooling down with a Coke after an adventurous day in port like I did after I booked, I want to talk to you a little bit about Royal Caribbean's dining and beverage packages and how that works, what's complimentary and what's specialty. Now rest assured, you'll always have included drinks and meals, more than you can eat and more than you can drink, to choose from throughout the duration of your cruise. In this video, I hope to simplify the information that you're reading on their website and app and help you understand what's complimentary and what's specialty so you can enjoy your cruise without worrying what's included and what's not. If you're totally new to Royal Caribbean cruising, one thing to remember is that when I say complimentary versus specialty, complimentary restaurants are completely covered by your cruise fare. No matter what time you choose to drop in for a bite to eat, all Royal Caribbean cruise ships will serve complimentary dining either in the main dining room, Cafe Promenade, or Windjammer Cafe, which is the big buffet. And the name might vary depending upon which ship you're sailing on, but the Windjammer is pretty standard. On some ships, you'll also get to enjoy some places like Sorrento's Pizza, which is a counter service pizza pasta place, Solarium Bistro, Park Cafe, and some other places that are complimentary free of charge. And that's not even scratching the surface of all the other choices you have. Specialty dining, which you'll pay extra for through a dining package or per reservation, are restaurants like the Contemporary American Steakhouse Chops Grill, Azumi Japanese Cuisine, or Jamie's Italian. Those are real common on most ships. Getting down to the most important meal of the day, breakfast. Where should you eat breakfast during your cruise? Our family really loved the Windjammer, and without a doubt, Windjammer is one of the best places to have breakfast on board. Since it's buffet style, everybody in the family was happy and they got to choose whatever they wanted. Our family also took advantage of the continental room service option, which is free breakfast room service. However, you do have to pay for a delivery fee. One other pro tip at breakfast, if you're on one of the Oasis class ships, is Johnny Rockets. Normally, you have to pay a flat fee per person to dine at Johnny Rockets, but if you go for breakfast, you'll do home-style, griddle-cooked American breakfast there, all included for free. Moving on to lunch. Lunch is that one meal in the day where if you're out at a port doing activities, of course you're going to skip lunch on the ship. So many people don't want to include lunch in any big dining packages. For us, we did a grab and go lunch, or we stopped by the Windjammer, or we really loved some of the grab and go options like Sorrento's Pizza, El Loco Fresh, some of those places on Symphony of the Seas during our last cruise. Whatever you do decide for lunch, know that a lot of the specialty restaurants are open and will be less crowded. So if you were wanting to have a nice meal at Jamie's Italian and it's on a day where the ship is sailing and you're not out at a port doing a lot of busy activities, you might consider doing one of the specialty restaurants for lunch on one of the sail days. And there are really so many epic things to see and do on a Royal Caribbean ship that when you're going from one thing to the next, you don't want to take the time to sit down and have a big full service meal. So no problem. Let's talk about those grab and go spots on the ship. One of our family's favorite was the delicious stone-baked pizza at Sorrento's. Not only was this counter service by the slice pizza place awesome, but one of our favorite things to do was to order a whole pizza. And it would take him 10-15 minutes, but we could take that pizza back up to our room and have a nice quiet meal on our balcony with a hot, freshly baked pizza. Depending on what ship you're on, you'll also find 6 creative variations of really good gourmet hot dogs. The complimentary Boardwalk Doghouse was the one that we had on Symphony of the Seas. And then also we really loved the tacos, burritos, nachos, and just salsa bar at El Loco Fresh. If you're looking for something extra special, a special occasion, a birthday, an anniversary, or just a really nice splurge during your cruise, Royal Caribbean offers some of the best restaurants at sea. Steakhouse Classics, where you'll get lobster, perfectly grilled cuts of prime steak you can find at Chops Grill, which is available on most of the ships. They also have this place called Wonderland Imaginative Cuisine on the Symphony, which we didn't try during our last cruise, but it looks pretty amazing. There's another place that's pretty standard, Azumi, which is an Asian-inspired hibachi-style grill, and they have sushi and your typical kind of Japanese teppanyaki hibachi type of experience. Finally, let's talk about beverages and drink packages. If you're anything like we were, you were quite overwhelmed at the 4 different packages that you find on the website, and understanding what's included when you go to specialty dining and you pay extra. Does that also include your choice of ordering beverages? So there's a lot to unpackage here with the beverage packages. Now, if you're just going with the complimentary included option, you're never going to be thirsty. There's water, lemonade, different kind of flavored lemonades, drip coffee, tea at the Windjammer and in the main dining room and all of the other restaurants, and just throughout the ship. So you'll never be dehydrated and you'll never be without unlimited drinks. However, if you want something carbonated like a Diet Coke or a Sprite or something else during your cruise, you're going to need to pay extra for that. And at a minimum, you're going to need the classic soda package. But if you also want some discounts on wine or you want some cocktails during your stay, you're going to really want to look at the deluxe beverage package. If you think you're only going to buy one drink from the bar during your whole cruise every other day or so, then maybe you just want to pay for that in cash at the bar. But if you think that you're going to be drinking every day, you need to look into the deluxe beverage package. Something else we learned is that you can also bring a small number of drinks in your check-in bag into the room. So we brought a small package of Diet Coke to our room because that's something I enjoy drinking. But there is a limit on that, and you need to check up on the latest rules that Royal Caribbean has for that sort of thing. That's it. We hope that you guys feel absolutely stuffed at the end of your cruise, and that eating is one of the most enjoyable parts, and that you're not stressed out thinking about how much money is flowing out of your pocket with every meal. If you've got any other questions, feel free to leave it in the comments, and we'll do our best to look and see if there's any changes on Royal's site. Our family likes to cruise every year, so we'll keep you updated on any changes that we experience this summer.